to join in on the video. So if you're watching this video pre-recorded, just fast forward a bit for a minute or two, all right, and you can join us as we start. So we're just going to wait for a minute or two and then we'll start, all right? While we're waiting, please go ahead and invite your friends, invite your colleagues, let them know that we are live and we are on right now. Yeah. So excited. Woo! All right, so we're just gonna wait for about a minute more just to get more people to join, and then we will proceed. I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. God has been faithful. God has been awesome. Yeah. Every breath that I am made, thank you so much for joining. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast, Marketfaith.Online. I'm so excited that you're here. All right, please call your colleagues, your friends, send them a tag, send this to them, DM them. All right, we're starting right about now. It's running after me. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today on Market Faith. It's delightful having you here, and I'm sure that you're going to have a wonderful time learning and us sharing together. I want to encourage you during the course of the teaching. Please go ahead and put a comment in this comment section. Put a comment in the chat section below. I want us to engage together, and just to know that you're with me on this in this session. And that we're a part of this together. All right, so if you're watching this video pre-recorded, we're reaching out to you as well. We're saying thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of this video. All right, today I want to talk a bit more about, we've been talking about funding and financing in your business over the last few videos, today I want to talk about raising money for your business, especially for people who have already started their business and they're looking to raise money to grow, they're looking to raise money to scale. I'm going to share with you maybe about 10 things or 10 ways that you can raise money from a business that is already existing. At some point or the other in your business, you're going to need money to grow. That's the truth, right? It's very, very important. At some point or the other, you are going to need money to grow. And if that is the case, all right, you need to know where to look for that money for you to be able to grow. If you run a logistics service business, you need more bikes to move around. If you run a supermarket, you need money to expand your store, your goods. If you, whatever it is, right? Whatever the kind of business is, right? What are some of the things that you need to grow that business? What are some of the, how do you find funding to grow that business? So let's dive into this very, very quickly. The first thing I want to talk about are the obvious ones, right? Your personal savings. That's the first thing we want to talk about. It's very important to realize that as an existing business owner, right, one of the most important things that you must do for yourself is show track record. Now, before I even get to personal savings, your ability to show track record is critical. Now, what does that mean? If you run a business and you don't have a bank account, you don't have an accounting system in place, no matter how crude, you cannot show track record. If you cannot show track record, it will be difficult for anyone to give you money and show you or help you or support you in business. It's just not going to happen, right? So track record is critical, all right? And that's why we're referring to people who are already in business. If you are a startup, right, nobody asks you about track record. In fact, the only track record they'll be asking you for is your personal track record, not the track record of your business, because your business is still new. But if your business has been existing for a while, they want to see numbers, they want to see accounts, they want to see what exactly you've been doing over the years, even if it's just 1 year, even if it's just 6 months, whatever it is, right? Are you keeping records? How do you know that you need to scale? Where is the track record that shows, right, that you have been doing well over time and now you need to scale? So if you're the kind of business person who takes money from the business into your personal pocket or into your personal account, that is not very good practice, and obviously you need to change that. So the first source I want to talk about is your personal savings. And this is very important because anybody that wants to help you always asks what help you have for yourself, right? And even in the Bible, it is laced with the fact that it is difficult to help anyone that doesn't have anything. And that's the reality. It's very difficult. The woman with the cruse of oil, the prophet found out that, look, she had oil in her house already. Peter already had the net, already had all those things. And Jesus did not go and manufacture nets for him to throw into the water so that he could catch fish. Everyone that had a miracle of provision had their part to play in that miracle. All right, everyone. So you must understand that if you are not saving and you don't have what to bring on the table as a business, people are not going to answer you correctly. Number two, they will negotiate you in a way that you will not like. Right? They will dilute you significantly and you will not like that conversation. So it is very, very important. People want to know what you have put in. How have you denied yourself? Because most people you are asking for money, right, have to deny themselves to give you that money. How have you denied yourself first? Because if you have not denied yourself, what is the moral justification and the basis that you have for asking me to deny myself for you? Very, very simple logical conversation. So your personal savings is very important. And when we refer to personal savings, we refer to the savings of the business. How has the business saved money over time? Because without that, it is difficult and sometimes impossible to raise money. Okay, so the first source, the first way to raise money for your business is your personal money, is the savings of the business up until this time. The second way is family and friends. Family and friends, also that's very obvious. Speak to family members who have cash, speak to friends who have cash, people who can help you, people who can invest. And listen, if your family and friends are skeptical about you, what is the justification for us who don't know you as well as they do, right, to put money in you? All right, so you need to have a very good relationship with family and friends, because these people will vouch for you and all of that. So as part of talking to family and friends, you can do private IPOs and things like that, where it's called private placements, where you speak to people privately and you get people to participate in your business, etc. All right, so talking to family, talking to friends is another source of getting money for your business. The third one is what I call secured lenders, right? Secured lenders like banks. In Nigeria, you have banks like the Bank of Agriculture, the Bank of Industry, you have the Development Bank, you have some of these DFIs, Development Financial Institutions, you have some of these commercial banks. They give secured loans, right? What that means is this: they don't fund startups. No. If you're about to start a business, you can't talk to a commercial bank, because a commercial bank, in the way they are structured to lend, they cannot lend to people who are startups. A commercial banks need two or three things. Number one, they need collateral, they need security for them to lend on the back of. Number two, they need cash flow, they need track record to see that you have the capacity to repay that business. So without those two things, a commercial bank, a secured lender, will not be able to lend you money. It's just as simple as that. There is no point fighting and getting angry that the banks are not giving you money. No, they are not designed to give money to a startup, right? However, if you have been doing business for a while, the banks are designed for you. But then you need to have cash flow, you need to have track record, etc. The fourth one, right, are unsecured lenders. Unsecured lenders don't necessarily need collateral, but they need cash flow. They need track record. They need to see that You are not in this business for the first time. You are not a rookie in this business, etc. So unsecured lenders need cash flow, and they are willing to finance on the back of cash flow. They are willing to finance on the back of a purchase order that you get from a customer that says, okay, supply me this. They are willing to finance on the basis of different things that you might have. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit more in one of the other ways. So unsecured lenders just want to see your cash flow. They want to see that you make money. They want to understand how money comes into your business and how money goes out, and the cycle at which it takes to come back. The only challenge with unsecured lenders is that they are providing funding at very high interest rates, 2%, 3% per month, 5% per month, 10% per month, because the risk they are taking is significant, okay? The fifth way you can fund your business, you can look for money for your business, is to find a deal. Find a deal, right? What does that mean? Some people are selling houses. Find a house to sell and get a commission. If you sell a 70 million naira house, for example, and you are making a 5% commission, right? That's 3.5 million naira thereabout. So find something that you can do, find something that you can sell. Enter a competition and see if you can win that competition and win prize money. Sell an asset, sell something that you have in your house. I always say that many people that are looking for capital are driving the capital. All right, they're looking for funding for their business, but they're driving that funding. All right, so what can you do? You can sell something. You can do a garage sale. If you have some things that are significant at home that you can sell. The sixth way to raise money for your business, especially an existing business as well, is that you can find an angel network, right? Private equity, angel networks, angel investors, venture capitalists. You can find these people, individuals and institutions who are interested and looking for businesses that have the capacity to grow and scale rather significantly. In the US, you have things like the Shark Tank. They're in the UK as well, and a few other places. In Lagos, you have platforms like the Lagos Angel Network, and several other angel networks. In the tech space, you have organizations like Microtraction. These are entities that lend money and give seed money, etc. Some of them also give funding, Series A, Series B, Series C funding. You have PE firms across the country, etc. And many of them have team members, financial advisors, etc. Who are able to advise. And many of your friends in the banks know some of these people, and they can recommend them and help you find people. One other way, the seventh way that you can raise money from your business, is if you have a friend who knows you pretty well, and the friend works in a very good organization where they give payroll loans within their organizations. They can take loans from those organizations, right, and give them to you to do your business. So they are repaying the loans from their salary, and if they're your very good friends, right, you give them back so that they can pay back their organizations for the loans they've collected. Many of them in their organizations collect loans at 0% interest, and so if they collect 5 million, they're paying back 5 million, maybe over a 12-month period, and you can take that money and your friend can borrow you, lend it to you, and you can do a lot more things in that particular business. That's another way that you can raise money and get money for your business. So if you have a friend, you have a colleague, you have a relative rather, who can do that for you, that's fantastic. Number 8, you can do what I call sell and lease back. So for example, if you have a very good car and you don't want to sell it off, what you can do is you can sell it off, unlock cash from that property, from that car, and then lease the car back and be paid for it little by little. So if you have a car, for example, let's say you drive a Lexus SUV, and let's say the car costs 15 million naira, or $50,000, whatever it is, right? You can take that cash, sell the car to someone, and then lease it from that person again. If you have a property, you can sell the property, the house where you live in, and lease that house back from someone. What you've done is that you've unlocked the capital in that particular asset, in that particular property, and you can use that capital to do other things while you are paying for your own rent little by little. All right. The ninth way is to get financing on the basis of a project, right? So you can do project finance, you can do PO finance, right? You get a purchase order from an organization to supply 20 trucks of gravel at a particular site, and they are willing to pay. And what you do is you take that purchase order, you go up to someone that can lend you money, give them the purchase order, and tell them that when the money comes from the people that gave you the business, because they are credible, they give you money at a lower rate, and you can use that money to do other things in your business. There's something called the receivables discount, right, where you can ask people to pay you two things, right? You can either ask people to pay you earlier, right, but they get a discount for that, or you can go to a lender and say, look, I have $200,000 that I'm expecting from XYZ company. They're a credible company, they're going to pay, but they're only going to pay me in the next 3 months. Why don't you give me $150,000 today, or $175,000 today, or $190,000 today, and when they pay this money, you take all of it, right? So that is a receivable that you have from someone, and you're there, getting some sort of discount on it so that it can work. The last one I want to talk about is selling equity in your business. All right. I always want to ask people to be careful when they're selling equity, when they are diluting their business and bringing more people in, especially when they're just bringing in money, etc. So you can look for a strategic investor, etc. You just want to be careful to make sure that you have the right partner, because people can be funny sometimes. About someone who is an equity partner, getting them out of the business is very difficult. In some cases, it's almost impossible, depending on how much stake that they have in the business. So you may not bring in, but that is one way that you can bring in money into your business. So those are 10 things and 10 different ways that you can bring in money into your business, especially if you're already doing business. I hope and I trust that it's been helpful. Please, once again, share your comments below. Let me know what you think. All right, share this video with someone that you think it'll be a blessing to. All right, and I look forward to seeing you next time, same time as we meet to discuss more about debt. I'll see you next time.